Hi everybody. Okay, I'm back. This is probably my fourth time doing this video. I just have to be myself, and I'm sure it won't be perfect, but I'm going to do this. I'm really excited about this video. And anyway, I want to say hello. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. If you'd like to write me in the comments, I would love to hear from you and how you're doing. Let's see, today is October 18th. It's Friday and it's about 9:30ish. I am ready to come back. I have talked to you guys before about different things that I've been on the struggle bus with, basically. And it's kind of interesting because it's related to this planet, actually. And I could deep dive that a little more with you guys. I'll touch on it, but I want to talk about my chart or me, necessarily. It's obviously we sometimes do that because we're relating what's happening in our world and our, and what that could mean. It's the same for you guys sometimes, right? Okay, but anyway, I'm going to do my best to not stop this video. And so here we go. Pluto is in the last degrees of Capricorn, okay? And Pluto has been in the sign of Capricorn since 2008. And as a global community, as the world and our country, think about what we've been going through since 2008. What has been different? How have we been transforming, getting used to something? This is what Pluto does. Pluto transforms us and prepares us, pushes us forward. It's like, okay, here you go. You need to do this. It's a lot of power. You can sometimes have a lot of power with Pluto. You can be pushed around with Pluto because other people are using their power. It's very transformative. So kind of hurtful things can sometimes happen. I can give you an example, a couple different examples, but hurtful things can sometimes happen to get you to change, to get you to do what you actually wanted to do when you came here on the planet Earth, to grow as a human soul, as a human being, but as a soul, as a spirit. So just like rewinding in time a little bit, let's go back to when Pluto was in Libra. I'm just starting there because this is where my Pluto is, okay? Pluto was in Libra from October 5th, 1971. It started to be in Libra at that time. And then what Pluto does, what the outer planets will do is they go into a sign, and it's like you get a taste of it, and then they go out, and then they go back into the sign that they were in for a real chunk of time. Pluto stays in a sign for like 12 years depending, okay? So Pluto was in Libra. Let me see, I have my little chart up here real quick and I'll tell you. Pluto was in Libra. Oh no, I already have it anyway. Okay, October 5th was the first time it entered Libra. Prior to that, it would have been Virgo. And the first time it was in Scorpio would have been November 5th, 1983, okay? So that's 12 years. So it was there for 12 years. And like I said, it bounces back and forth, back and forth. After Pluto was in Scorpio from 1983 all the way to 1995, the first time that Pluto was in Sagittarius was January 17, 1995. So if you're thinking about yourself, if you're my age or if you're older and you lived back then, you would, if you are a Libra, Scorpio, Sag, at this point in time, Pluto would have been going over your sun at one point, if you're a Libra, Scorpio, or Sag, for example. And now we have Capricorn. It has gone through all of the degrees of Capricorn, okay? So just backing up, Pluto went into Capricorn in January of 2008. And then it went back out, and in, June 14th of 2008, it went back into Capricorn, and then it went back out, and then during this time between June 2008 to November 26, 2008, it went back in for good until recently. Now, okay, Pluto went into Aquarius for the first time. I hope I'm not all over the map. I'm just trying my best. So stay with me. I'm going to get to all the houses, and then I'm going to tell you what you have experienced, and then also you can think of it as what you can expect when Pluto is in Aquarius in those houses as well. But anyway, so Pluto went into Aquarius on March 23rd of 2023. So it did a lot of bouncing back and forth. It's in the ones that I've already mentioned, Libra, Scorpio, and Sag. It just 3 times and it was in, okay? So it went in, then out, then in, then out, then in. So it's 3 times it entered For Pluto getting into Aquarius, it is taken 5 times, sorry. So it goes in direct, it retrogrades back out. That's the second time. It goes back in direct, retrogrades back out, goes back in, retrogrades back out, goes back in. I hope I did that. It's the right amount of time. So the last time that we will ever have Pluto in Capricorn, as for all the human beings on the planet, because we don't live longer than 244 years, right, will be November 19th of this year. Okay, so again, think about what was going on in 2008 that we kind of were like, just, generally speaking, saying in our country, right? Things are changing. We are growing. We're evolving. That's what we're supposed to do. And growing and evolving sometimes is painful, okay? Not always for everybody. Some people are more flexible and want, that in their life. Many people don't want to grow as much. But anyway, personally in your own life, you also have these experiences. So we have it in the mundane world. It's called mundane astrology, that we look at like governments and what's going on. And we have our own personal birth chart and what we're growing into, what we're being pushed forward to do differently. So anyway, so the exciting thing basically is that we have 30 more days only that Pluto will be at the last degree of Capricorn. And just to now highlight, this is affecting everyone, but to highlight those birthdays, that would be January 19th is it is when the Capricorn or the sun is at 29 Capricorn. So if you are born January 19th, January 18th, January 20th, you're feeling this feeling very strongly. If you were born in any of the cardinal signs, which are Libra, Cancer, Aries, and Capricorn, and you're born at the end of that time, the 29th degree, you would just pull your birth chart up online. A website I love to use is astro.com, and you would create your own birth chart and see where is your sun degree. It can be anywhere from 0 to 29 of a sign. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 continues on to the 29th degree. The very last degree of any sign is called the anaretic degree. And it's like crunch time. It's like the final push. And it's really interesting actually, because September 1st was the beginning of the end, if that makes sense. The very last time that Pluto was entered into that 29th degree. Am I saying this right? Wait. No, it was backing up. Yes, it did. It backed up, and it was been at 29. Okay, this whole time. It backed up into, because it was in Aquarius, let's say on September, actually the same day, September 1st. Okay, it was in Aquarius, but it was retrograde. So it's backing up into Capricorn. And then now, since September 1st to now, it is still in Capricorn, and then it is direct now, which is really exciting. I think it went direct on October 11th, if I'm not mistaken. And then now it is pushing out of the last degrees. And if you've noticed, there have been a lot of exits that have happened. These are big transformations, like in your life. Like, what have you been working on since 2008? What have you been wanting to do? And one perfect example, for example, is this channel right here. And I know I've talked about it before. I started this channel last year when Pluto was in, I believe when it was in Aquarius. This was last October 27th. And let me just double check here real quick. I think it was in Aquarius technically, right? So I'm starting it, but then I stop it. Okay, I got it going, but I didn't really keep going because I'm still finishing things up over here. You know what I mean? And just like anyone does, you don't just, some things really are black and white for the most part in life. We start dating someone, for example. We don't just get married the next day, you date for a while. Sorry, I want to make sure my little screen comes up. You date for a while, you get to know each other. You figure out, what if you guys are even compatible, and then you continue to date, and then you make your plans for the future, and then you set your wedding date, possibly, if you want to get married, and then you have all of that. So it's like you're you're making this headway, but you're not necessarily doing it overnight, right? And especially not with something like Pluto. It's very much it's very powerful, but it is also gradual. Okay, it's an outer planet, and it's like you almost have to get used to it, right? So we're you know. So going now, let's look forward. I'm just looking at my little thing because I put down all my stuff I wanted to say. Here's some keywords for Pluto. Okay, it's obsession. So when Pluto's on your sun, for example, or if it hits your ascendant, or even in any of the houses, you can become obsessed about something. Okay, whether it's a partner, money, your health. You know how sometimes in your life you just are like, whoa, that was my health era. That was my workout era. You know, some people do that their whole life, but some people have these, well, we all do have these things where, you know, we're growing and changing and we're into this kind of music, or, you know, whether it's doing our home over or whatever it is, we have these times. I'm losing my way. I think I'm losing my way. But anyway, obsession. Okay. Obsession. It makes you obsessed about something. It transforms you. Things will happen when Pluto hits a point in your chart. Pluto gives you the power to do what you need to do. I'm looking at my notes. What you came here to do, to become your true, authentic self. This is what Pluto wants. Pluto wants you to be the most true, authentic person. Not to be who other people want you to be. It's who you are supposed to be, who you wanted you to be, if that makes sense, okay? I can give you some examples too. If you're not doing that, you're going to feel pain. You're going to feel... You know, and if you're not letting other people do their own thing, you're going to feel pain, and they're going to push back, or you're going to, you know, you're going to figure it out and realize, I can't do this anymore, whatever the case may be. You're going to come against a wall, and it's going to change. Things are going to change because you're going to have to change. Let's see, push you forward to grow. Capricorn, the sign of Capricorn, what is it about? So Pluto's obviously in Capricorn right now, and up next is Aquarius. So we have been in this whole Capricorn moment since 2008. It's all about authority, your image, climbing to the top. Let's see, what else did I put? Status, and it can be families, businesses. And what we have noticed in the world is that we have noticed all of the corruption. So it uncovers like what is not okay, how people are using their power inappropriately, right? And think about it, since 2008, like whether it was the Me Too thing or Julian Assange, all of the things that have been like, whoa, this is going on. I can't believe these people are doing that. Like things that I thought were just ridiculous. Like there's no way people are doing things like that. And well, they are, you know, it's all getting unearthed. It's like, no, you can't do that. All the money people, you know, Bernie Madoff, I'm probably saying the name wrong. Anyway, whatever, all that kind of stuff. It's like, no, you can't do that. We're gonna tell on you. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna take control, take our own power back. And we're going into the time of Aquarius where it's like other people aren't gonna tell us how to be and run the show. We're going to start running the show for the betterment of the whole world, of society. That's Aquarius. And so, okay, so I don't want to go a little, let's see, how long is this so far? 13 minutes. Okay, so stick around, okay, because I'm going to tell you all about the different houses. So if you had Pluto in Capricorn, if you're a Capricorn rising, okay, now, you want to go to astro.com, plug in your birth. You need your birth time, so then you will know, you know, if you're Capricorn rising. Okay, and so we're going to start with the first house. And real quick, if you don't know what time you're born, you can still, like, you know, if you are a Capricorn, number one, this is affecting you. Sometime between 2008 and now, you have transformed. And here's an example of someone that I know that has transformed with their, okay, this is a long time, 2008, right, to now. This is 16 years, okay? In the sixth house, forget it. I'm going to go back. I'm trying to stay on task. Okay, I'm a little bit all over the place sometimes, and I'm really sorry about that. Okay, but anyway, going back to the whole Capricorn moment, if you are a late degree Capricorn, you've been feeling this right now. If you were an early degree Capricorn, you were feeling this more strongly in 2008. Okay, I actually happen to have three daughters, but two of them are Capricorns. One is a 0 degree Capricorn and one is a 29 degree Capricorn. Isn't that incredible? I just can't even believe that. I cannot believe that I have a 0 degree Capricorn and a 29 degree Capricorn daughters. Anyway, so 2008, one of them had it on their sun And now, currently, the other daughter has it on her son. Okay. So now I don't know what we're doing is we're doing the houses. Okay. I'm not going to talk about the planets. I could do another video on that. And I kind of obviously just touched on the sun moment, having it on your sun. But I'm just going to talk about the houses, okay, right now. So, first house. If you are a Capricorn rising and you had Pluto in your first house since 2008, this is changing you. This is changing who you are. You're going to have events that have changed you, people that have changed you, education that has changed you, relationships that have changed you. I will go back to when I had Pluto in my first house. That was in 1989, 1990. I graduated high school and I was going to college and I met my husband, okay? Back then. I mean, and before that happened though, I had a boyfriend that, broke my heart. And so it was kind of like, that was a big transformation. And then I moved forward with that. I healed, and I always say when Pluto came on my ascendant, Steve is my Pluto. Okay, so he's my Pluto. Here he comes. Okay, so anyway, first house, it's completely changing you. Maybe you're older. You're not 18 when this happens. Maybe you change your career. You become a parent. If this is in your first house, massive things completely, because first house is you. Okay, second house. So if Pluto is in your second house, if your second house is ruled by Capricorn, again, think of this for Aquarius too while I'm reading this, or just go back and think, because these are going to be the same themes once, so if you're Aquarius rising, here comes, this is going to be your chance that you are going to change. Something is happening that you wanted to have happen. So don't be afraid of this. This is not something to be afraid of. It's something to be excited about, actually. And notice where you're maybe not we all don't see ourselves correctly, right? And it's like it brings up that shadow side. It makes you see yourself a lot better. I can see myself a lot better, and I'm probably not even still seeing myself correctly. I'm not saying I can see myself 100% perfectly or anything like that. But since Capricorn has been in Pluto's been in Capricorn, it has definitely changed me and how I see myself, and how I behave and treat others. I could go on, but anyway, so I think I'm making this a little confusing, and I'm really sorry about that. So second house is your money. Second house is money, what you value, and who supports you, and how you support others. So if your second house is ruled by Capricorn, those will be the things that have changed over time for you, and your self-esteem. So again, what your money that you're making, how you make it, big money can come your way, also big loss, but then getting back, everything, the energy is there for all of us to use for our highest potential, right? Sometimes we need things to happen to shake us up to get there. So again, don't make it a fear thing. It's actually really exciting. And I'm excited that I've actually lived long enough, in a sense. I miss, let's say, being young, but not really. I'm really excited that I'm 52, right? So I can actually say, wow, I've had a lot of transits, and that's what I did. I did before I started this video. I did my chart and my husband's chart and looked at different things that happened to us throughout the years. And obviously I know what the houses mean anyway, but it's pretty exciting to look back and be like, wow, I probably shouldn't have learned about this when I was younger, just because, I can see how that could be a little bit, oh no, so don't feel that way. This is all for your good, for what's best for you. Okay, third house. If Capricorn rules your third house, this is your mind. This is your communication style. These are your neighbors, and this is, it can be like a mental thing too, like how you're. It can be a little heavy, and what you think and how you think. So third house. It can make you obsessed with thinking, okay? So for me, for example, this is where it's been for me. We have Pluto has made me, I'm not going to stop this video, I swear to God. I am not stopping this. Point is, I got into astrology now. This is what I'm doing. Now I'm communicating. So it's powerful communication, but you got to watch your words, right? And we all know all of these things, but this transforms you. So this is where mine has been personally, has been in the third house. And boy, it is spot on. Like with, when I look at other people's charts and my family's, it's amazing. Okay. Fourth house, parents, home, ancestry, emotions, the deep emotions that you're going to feel some deep emotions when Pluto's coming through. It's probably showing you how to share your emotions, how to handle your emotions better. It can also be a huge career transformation and also parental, anything at the 4th or 10th house, and even the 1st and 7th, all those basically, those are always prominent, those 4 houses, right? So if you have Pluto in the 4th house, it's in your 4th house, which is your home, and one of your parents. It's opposing your 10th house, which is also one of your parents. It's also, and it's your career. And then it's squaring you, which is your 1st house, and it's also squaring your partner. So these are really kind of, if it's in your 1st, 4th, 7th, or 10th, these are life-changing times, really big for you. You're starting out one way and ending up another, and it's all for the good. Okay, 5th house. 5th house is the creative house. It's the fun house. It's the house of children. It's art and love, sex, sports. Okay, so dating, let me see, make sure I got all of them. Oh, gambling, play, it can be a little bit of the vices, but it's a very positive house, and it can transform how you play, how maybe you've had a lot of children or a child. Since if your 5th house is Capricorn, let's see, and big time creativity. And also this all depends on the rest of your chart, but these are general themes. 6th house is the house of your health, your daily life. So things that would have been, maybe getting a little obsessed about your health, or maybe having some health issues and resolving them, taking care of someone. It can be a mental house, deep diving that and transforming that. It also could be your employees if you own a business. And it's basically your everyday life and how you go about it. How did you used to go about your daily life in 2008? And how did that transform? How has that changed? Obviously we've lived a lot of years, and if you're younger, it's especially transformative because we grow so much at a younger age. Okay, let's see. Oh, and also, I think I said this, taking care of someone. It's the caretaking house. Okay. 7th house, marriage, possible marriage, breaking up, friendships, even in the 7th house, bullying, finding your power, not allowing people to push you around, being obsessed with someone, can be pretty painful at times, but you're learning this you're going through this for a reason, to grow, to evolve, to strengthen yourself. Obsessions with relationships. It can be at a time of being ostracized and realizing who your real friends are and how you need to manage your relationships so that you can, manage your relationships better and not let people push you around, can be a time of, so basically going through that kind of loss of power and then gaining your power back, finding power in your relationships. Okay, 8th house would be you could get married again. Say it's not the same as 7th house, but it could be marriage. Basically, this is a time when you could be then sharing your money with someone else, and you've never shared your money with anyone else, and now you're sharing it, and that's a whole new thing to handle. And how do you do that? It can be sexual transformations, grinding hard to make money. It can be lots of secrets kept, secrets possibly revealed, addictions that come and go and that are healed at this time. And let's see. And also it is one of the houses that you can, psychological, like really unearth some things in your psyche that you need to deal with and handle. Let's see. 9th house. 9th house. Oh, I missed one thing with the 8th house. Money loss, money gain from others. It's a big one because the 8th house is the house of other people's money. So you can owe a lot of taxes, get a lot of money back from taxes, have an inheritance, transformation with money. That's one of the money houses. So 9th house, moving away from home, going back to college or going to college for the first time, changing your religion or becoming more religious, or not, not having religion in your life the way you did before, or maybe going into spirituality. Instead, writing, publishing, things with the law, and having legal jobs or law issues or resolutions, helping someone in their journey with legal issues. It's interesting, when Pluto went into my husband's 9th house, we did move away, and he did go to law school, and he started writing a ton and started doing legal things for companies that he worked for. Okay, let's see. Let's see, 10th house. Okay, this is a transformation of who your image in the world, your status. This is when, I made all my notes, sorry. I hope this looks normal. So say you went to college, right, when Pluto was in your 9th house. By the time you get to your 10th house, you're having that degree. So it's like, oh, this person is now a graduate, or maybe has a doctorate, whatever that is, that has changed you. It's changed your image. You're no longer a person without a degree, or now you have an advanced degree. You get promotion, power in your career. You could also have power dynamics at your career that might not be so wonderful. Power hungry, transformation in your career, promotion, difficult. This could be a difficult time parenting. This could be a really challenging time during your parenting. Not the end of the world, but just the time where it's not as easy. And parental changes for yourself, parental changes for your parents. You could become a grandparent at this point. Just different, and think about lots of career things with your career. This is where it's like, okay, you're taking it to the next level, and you're deciding you're either moving up, moving out, doing something different. Wherever Pluto goes, it's kind of like a breaking point, and it doesn't always necessarily feel that way. There's really amazing things, second house can be when, going back to the second house, when you finally start making that money, 10th house, same thing. We're back to the career. Okay. So you're finally getting power in your job. You're finally where you want to be, or you're changing it up 100%. Like, okay, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to be my own boss. I'm going to have my own business. I don't want to, have that power dynamic at work anymore. I don't want to have to deal with everybody, the political games and backstabbing, and making sure that everybody thinks I'm working as hard as I really am, or knows I'm working as hard as I really am, all that kind of stuff. And instead, being, piloting your own ship, right? Okay. 11th house, dreams come true. That's the house of dreams come true. It's the house of friends. It's the house of the money you make from your career. So this could be a big time for money to be coming your way. Power in big groups. So this, the 11th house is big groups and also friends. So it could be a time where you start to either maybe have a job in a humanitarian career, helping people politically, volunteer or career-wise, supporting others in that way. Let's see, transformation with friends and groups, okay? New ones, learning, having things become, like what isn't seen is seen. That's what Pluto does, is it shows you what is there that you didn't know that was hidden, and you need to change that. You need to figure out, not change it, but you need to figure out how you're going to deal with that and what you're going to change in your life so that you can, live your best life and not, go down the path of sticking with maybe the people or the friends or the groups or joining the new ones. Every ending has a new beginning. So, okay, 12th house is uncovering what is hidden, connecting with the spirit world, long distance travel or moving. And this could be the time in your life where you are connecting with people from the other side, because 12th house is spirits. Also, it could be moving across the world. It could be working, it could be, working with mental health people, whether it's, let's say, here's one example, like working in a prison and like helping people there. That's one of the 12th house things, helping people transform their lives. Getting rid of addictions. That's another house where it's like you can heal your addictions. It could be a time when you would use herbal remedies or plant medicine, things like that. Letting go of addictions as well. Working with past life work, like getting regressed. Also even doing just genealogy, things like that. That's also a 4th house thing as well. Some sort of awakening, some sort of dream that you had that helps you to go forward differently. It also can be musical, something that is just this obsession with music, or something where you become, maybe you join a band or do something completely different with music in your life that you haven't done before. So those are all of the houses. I hope that made sense. We will be, November 19th is a big day. Pluto will be leaving Capricorn and entering Aquarius. And I'm really excited about it. Let's see, if you're a person with Pluto and Libra, you can expect some nice trines. And so what you want to do, because trines are really great, you want to use that energy the best that you can. And Anne Orderly always taught us to do your Saturn. So Saturn is the rules, take care of your teeth, pay your bills, do all the things that you're supposed to do, as best as you can, right? We can't, we're not all perfect, and we don't have maybe everything, maybe you don't have enough money to pay all of your bills, right? But you're making your way. We're all making our way. My kids, they tease me because I always say that we're making our way. But you want to do those things, do all the things you're supposed to do every day. You're supposed to make your dentist appointment. This is something for myself. Make your dentist appointment. Take care of your car, get the oil changed, do all of those things, treat others really well, treat them how you would want to be treated. When you're doing your Saturn and you're making your way in this world in the way that that God wanted you to do, in the best way you can, when you have these nice transits from Pluto to your natal Pluto, for example, you can have some really wonderful gifts and really good opportunities for life-changing times. And that's what I'm excited about, because my Pluto is at 1 degree Libra. And so here comes Pluto heading into Aquarius at 1 degree. And I am really excited about this. Our other friends who had their Pluto, my husband does, and a couple of his brothers and all the people that I graduated with, not all of them have the 1 degree Libra moment. They have the 29 degree Capricorn moment, 29 degree Virgo moment, or the 28 degree Virgo moment for their natal Pluto. So they're getting a nice trine right now. This is it. They are making their way. Like the business that my husband started, it's a real, he started his just before I started mine. Maybe simultaneously, right? Actually, and he is, he's made his first, checks, money, whatever. That was last year, or was it this year? I can't remember, but he's doing it, he is piloting his own ship. And I'm probably gonna be that person that says the things the wrong way, but I think that's the right way. He's so much happier. I can't even tell you. It's just the best thing in the world to see him after working for huge companies. And it was always that's my little Capricorn, or my little Pluto story, just looking back at his chart, thinking, all the things that he used to do to get to where he is now, working ungodly amount of hours. And it was always working, but it was never working. It was always like, oh, this person's mad, or, oh, this new thing is a problem, or I have to go here, I have to go there, you don't understand, and the meeting, and I missed it, or whatever, or I made it, and everything is great. Now it's not great. And it's just this is so awesome. There's no other, he's doing his own, now I'm losing my way. He's making his own way. He's, he can't, you're in charge. You are in charge, and we're all in charge of our own lives, even if we work for other people. You know, don't forget that. Take the nudges, take the hints, you know, pay attention to everything that's going on. Well, I'm rambling now. Okay, forget it. Anyway, point is that these are exciting times, and we have been being prepped for this since 2008, and we are completing a cycle. And so celebrate and be happy about it. And these are endings, time for finishing things up. And I think I will end it there because I could go on forever and I talk a lot. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know that this is not my best video, but you know, really, I just want to get this information out there, and I have to do it. It's time to get back on the horse. And today is a great day. You know, the moon is in Taurus and the sun is in Libra. Venus is in Sag, which is lovely for me, for all the Sages out there. And if you would like a reading, let me know. I will link that below. Like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this made sense. I will get better, I promise. Anyway, and thanks for listening if you listened all the way through, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Bye.